Okay. So what I am giving is I am just giving some explanation over the Guidewire. Okay, first of all, I'll start from the basic angle. So Guidewire business service. Guidewire as a BA, we are working on property casualty insurance in three different applications. Depends on the experience that we carry. You may have experience in policy center, it can be, or you may have experience in claim center, or you may be having experience in the billing center. These are the three modules you have in Guidewire billing, majorly to start. Okay? These are the three major ones that we are having. One
Oh,
is policy center, second is claim center, third is billing center.
yes.
Now, when it comes to the company's concern, let us say, for example, there is a company called XYZ as an insurance company. I am explaining from the basic. Okay, but please first of all you follow. Then you will be having very clear. So how this can be planned, you can plan. Let's
Okay.
say XYZ insurance company. Insurance company, they are using some policy, billing and claims for that purpose. They're already using some old legacy applications they are using. Now, this company is planning to transform, okay, transform to Guideware product. Because Guideware is a company by product itself, they have all the policy center billing and claims modules. This company wants to buy Guideware product. It can be one, two, or three of their choice. Now, what Guideware have, generally Guideware have two kind of products. Okay, one is called insurance suite. Okay, the first one is called insurance suite.
Which is on premise.
Okay, let me come. Okay, next one is called insurance now. Okay, we have two different things we have. One is insurance suite we have, second we have an insurance now. Two different versions. Don't call versions, but to make it for you to understand simply, I am explaining. Okay, two versions. One is an insurance suite version, second is an insurance now. Insurance suite have all the three because if you have policy center, the claim center, and the okay, all the three modules are separate. Okay, any company want to buy any one product. Okay, any one. Let's say this company don't want billing and claim center. They want only policy center. They can buy. But buying a product of Guidewire is not sufficient. What is required? It has to be configured. It has to be integrated as per the need of the company. The reason why what they do, they have a implementation partners, we call it as implementation team or implementation partners. What these implementation partners do, implementation partners are the people who are responsible to make some configuration integration as per the requirement of their client. The client can be any insurance company. Okay, it can be multi state farm insurance. So there can be any number of companies you have in market insurance organizations. Either it can be regional level or it can be national or international level. Depends on whoever wants to. So these implementation partners, nothing but IT companies, what they do, they have to configure and integrate the application as per the need of the customer. For that reason only, we require BA, architects, development team, testing, all that. Okay, I'm not getting it. Okay, anyway, that is it. Okay, that is anyway that you are doing. Okay, this is all about this. Now, if this implementation partners has to perform something, depends on the requirement of the customer. For example, customer has taken insurance suit because Guidewire insurance suit, which is already an on-premise one. But disadvantage is that Guidewire insurance suite can have an advantage that it's a cloud native platform where this can be integrated because Guidewire has Guideware cloud platform. Okay, they have a GWPC we call this. Okay, GWPC we have. Okay, Guideware cloud platform we have. Generally, this Guideware cloud platform, what they do, architecture wise, if you see high level, this will be integrated with AWS. Okay? They integrate with AWS and they will be orchestrating this in Kubernetes because the different containers can be created. So this Guidewire cloud platform can be integrated with AWS and you can install the application as per the need of the customer. So majorly this infrastructure that I'm referring to happens in the product called insurance. Now I don't say that insurance won't do that, but majorly I'm referring, because when you're talking about insurance, Guidewire cloud product is named after called Insurance Now. This is a product name. Insurance Now is a product name. So this Insurance Now product name advantage is that this product has billing, policy center, claim center, and as well as billing center. So all the three modules are there in the Guidewire Insurance Now product itself. So if any customer requirement they want, what this implementation team do? Implementation team has to be integrated. These are all the three modules to this system one. Now, this is all the overall story. Now you can ask me, Raj, sir, what generally who will buy insurance suit and who will buy insurance now? Okay, this is a common question anyone will come across. Okay, this is a common layman question anyone will have.
Yeah, yes.
My experience, I can say, I can share my experience. Maybe based on my experience, what I can say is that, see, insurance suit itself is a on-prem. Okay, on-prem has a nature of physical infrastructure, servers, so everything has to be maintained. Now, for example, customer is buying some Guidewire policy center only. What they want, this Guidewire policy center on-prem, or this can be integrated with their on-prem cloud center or billing center. Okay. So, what will happen here is, on-premise to cloud or on-premise to on-premise or on-premise to multiple cloud. These integrations required customer to customer, what kind of product they have taken, it will vary. Now, when it comes to the this one, as I mentioned you, when it comes to the insurance suite, I am mentioning you, insurance suite is an on-premise version, more or less like, because this requires a lot of infrastructure and all, wherein big companies can do that. Okay, big companies who have that infrastructure facility in all means. So they will be using this insurance suite because they have infrastructure. In future, if you want them to invest on infrastructure also, they can do that because that has the capacity that people will have. But whereas when it comes to the Insurance Now is not that. Insurance Now is a platform where even for there are no startups, but let us consider the presumption basis, like mid-level insurance companies or someone who want some solutions where they doesn't require any physical infrastructure investment as well as the operational cost. If that was the case, then Insurance Now cloud platform they can buy. So insurance suite majorly meant for, I don't say that is only 100%, but generally speaking, when we are trying to segregate between insurance suite and insurance now, insurance suite is something which is majorly for larger organizations who are managing the physical infrastructure, servers, all that stuff they are using. Whereas when it comes to the Insurance Now is not that kind. Insurance Now is majorly for, as I mentioned, it's majorly for cloud environment it is being used. So this is the overall understanding over this. So for this, what is required? There are possibilities where based on the implementation companies need, because their client is an XYZ company. They want, for example, they want some they want some cloud-based kind of, okay. They want some cloud integration is required. They want some cloud integration. But cloud integration, for example, they are already using billing center. Now they want to transform their billing center to Google Guidewire Cloud. Okay. Cloud billing. This is what their requirement is. Now, from a BA perspective, what they want, the majority of the companies, they want a person having knowledge over the integration side. Do you understand this?
Yes, sir.
They don't focus more on the configuration because their requirement was not that. I am referring one company, like this, n number of companies. So I am not generalizing for any one profile. I'm not specifying for one profile. I am generalizing it for everyone. So what some company have come across, right? Let's say that you got a company, you got one company requirement. They say that we are using some policy center or we are using some claim center or billing center. Now we are in the stage of transforming towards global Guidewire cloud. So we want someone who should have knowledge over the cloud integration. That's what it is. So people will ask you more about a person should have some knowledge over the cloud integration. Means integrating to the cloud environment is their requirement. So if it is cloud integration, what is needed is as an individual, we must be knowing about the cloud integration gateways you must be knowing. What are the integration gateways? Generally, integration gateways are three. General integration gateway, I can say Apache Camera we are using. If someone is asking you, you tell them Apache Camera is an integration gateway we are using. Okay, you can say that. Apache Camera. Okay. But when it comes to the Apache Camera, Apache Camera, Apache.
So, oh, 1 second.
Right or false? Apache Camel you can use.
Apache, what is next?
Camel, CAM. Apache Camel is an integration gateway. One of the integration gateway you can say.
Okay.
Understood?
Yes, sir.
Integration,
Yes.
they can
So,
use.
it is for integration to on-premise, or it is on-premise to cloud?
Generally, to cloud environment, whenever we move on, we are moving Apache Camel cloud versions. Apache Cloud, Apache Camel. Okay, that is
Okay.
one.
Okay.
Next is that people must be knowledgeable in three areas. Okay. Anyway, I'm sending all the interview orientation. The questions I have forwarded, we can go through that so that you will be knowing. And if you want further more, I will forward you some. Okay, sometime maybe two. You can go through that. Okay, because in team session I cannot explain it. All this not possible within the time limits. So generally integration, you can get questions more on three areas. One is on the normally integration related kind of questions. Okay, there is any integration based because let me focus more on the integration side. Okay, if there is any kind of integration questions to come across, majorly people will ask you questions relating to web services. Web services means generally web services we have two. One is SOAP and second is RESTful API. But generally, majorly people will ask you about RESTful API. Okay, that's web services. This is one people can ask you. At the same time, we have even Open API also. Open Cloud, Cloud API or Open APIs also we have, which are inbuilt in the Guidewire Cloud environment. Okay, this is fine. Second, you get more questions on the message queues. Okay, message queues. Okay, message queues. Okay. And the third, you will be getting more questions on batch process. Okay. These are the three major integration related because if you take any project, some projects, for example, they want, let's say, policy center. Okay, policy center wants to extract some information about the vehicle details. What they have to do, they have to send a request and they'll get a response from that. From where to extract the motor vehicle records from third party application. So for that, we are using RESTful API to do that. In the same way, one project can have more requirement for message queues. Other project they have more requirement for batch processing. It doesn't mean that when we are working on integration projects, doesn't mean because many people have a misconception. As in when we are working on integration projects, necessarily need not be. See, you must have experience on all the three. That is a different story. In depth, okay, that's a different story. How many people have that in depth knowledge and all? It's a different quality. And on the work experience they have, they will have. But all the three integration elements are not happens in every project. It will not be like that. It can be maybe for one project, it can be maybe for second two projects, or it can be three. For example, some project they are using more of web services. So person should have knowledge over the RESTful API integration. Okay, if the API integration fails and all that, how you are going to address that? Right? So how we are working on data mapping. One more concept called data mapping. Requirements will be more on the data mapping side. I'll send you all the scenarios. So I think you just see many of the questions I have already forwarded in my earlier mail, I have forwarded it the day. I think 2 days back I forwarded it. Last week or so I forwarded. You
Yes,
can go.
yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I will forward few. I will see. I will see. I cannot get it, but I will see and I'll forward you. I think it is in my old system, older repository. I will see it and I'll forward to it. Okay, so this data mapping part, you can get questions more. So you can write down questions more on data mapping. Please write. There are possibility out of my experience. I'm saying I cannot say 100% guarantee, but my observation is concerned. My experience is concerned because sometimes I'm working on the handling sometimes, right? So I will be panel to take interviews. So what I was observed, I'm saying, okay, what I was experienced. Then I'm
Okay.
intrigued that
Sir, one question I have. Sorry to interrupt you. For message queue integration, also we use RESTful API.
no, message queues were different structure because message queues are different purposes will be used. I'll forward it. No problem. Because if I want to explain.
Okay, 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 sir.
I'll send you that. It's only for documentation. I'll forward you. You can see that. No problem.
Okay, sir.
Because
And
there are different APIs we are using nowadays, right? So because cloud APIs also we have. Okay.
so if they will be asking like,
How the message queues happen, right? So what message queues you have given.
yeah, what are
Right?
the
What is the difference between synchronous and asynchronous communication? What are different integration patterns we have? What is inbound and outbound integration? These kind of questions you have.
okay? So they will they
APIs
will.
and all, we have cloud APIs, open APIs are available. But major questions we come across on inbound, outbound integrations, the same time synchronous and asynchronous process or integration patterns. These are two: synchronous pattern and asynchronous pattern. So that way, that those questions will come across even in the message feature. Understand
Okay.
clearly?
Yes, sir, clear.
Because I cannot explain one because they all these are interconnected. For example, if I want to explain about the message queues and all, first of all, you should be knowing about what is synchronous communication, what is asynchronous. Okay, synchronous pattern, asynchronous pattern, which is nothing but integration pattern we podcast. Next, integrations of inbound and outbound. Inbound, what we receive, outbound, what we receive. So, that's how generally it works. Anyway, I'll forward the documents to you. You can watch. Okay, no problem. Some scenario based, I have some Q&A kind of I'll forward you. Okay, you can see it. Yeah, where as far as far as my observation, I'm in the interview panel sometimes. What I understood is more questions will come across on data mapping. Data mapping.
Yes.
Data mapping. Second, more questions you come across on the API integration. Imagine the RESTful API. Second.
Okay.
Third, message queues related. Fourth, batch processing. Batch processing system will run different batches. For example, customer is having a renewal time sometime 1st of September. Okay. So system will automatically run the batches, okay, and it will start sending reminders to that's called dunning process. Generally, billing generally called it dunning. Dunning means sending reminders to the customer stating that means once the policy tenure is completed, then it's called dunning, not reminder. Okay, there is a difference.
So
Reminder
for
before due date, before due. Okay, reminders will send. Okay, further generally batch processing being used. So batch processing will identify how many policies are there in the view. So based on it, what batch processing will batch process will run the batches. So based on the batch processing, what will happen is that these whichever the people who are in the renewal stage, so that will be given to them. Okay, that will be given to them. So that automatically some reminders will be sent to them. So once the due date has crossed, they'll give some region, some balance, some time. Okay, that's called delinquency stage time. Okay, delinquency time. So month or so, okay, more than. So that is called dunning process. Dunning process means first notice, second notice, third notice. Notice for cancellation of the policy. That's how generally the flow is. That's a different story. So batch processing means running the n number of batches of the price happens for regular. So project to project, some people have more requirement for API part. Some people say that we are more required about message queue. Some people say batch processing. Some people say that I want all the. So there is no specific requirement like only purpose. When you talk about integration, when you're talking about the BA perspective, from the technical BA perspective, temporary one, not as a functional. Functional BA, you must be good. That's what you are learning. Okay? That already clear. That's what you are doing. Functional BA, flow process, everything that you will be able. When it comes to the technical BA alone that we are working on the industry, some people can ask you about the integration side. It can be web services, it can be RESTful API, it can be batch processing, it can be message queues. Questions will be majorly up. So these questions, if you can answer, we will have more understanding. Apart from configuration, configuration anyway that is there. Because configuration doesn't require much of coding or nothing of it. It's kindly simply drag and drop format. So which requirement we have taken and all that. So last time also I have given some examples earlier. That is the configuration. But majorly requirements come in the high observation as far as my observation. As I'm handling some interviews and for some people based on the requirement. So what I understood is requirements are more of the integration.
Yes,
Clear?
yes, 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 yes.
So I'll
Sir,
forward you. I'll forward you. This is the overall structure. Yeah, you can go.
sir, I am very much clear about when we will be using like RESTful API and when we are performing with the batch process, but I'm not clear on the message queue or at what circumstances we
I'll
will be
forward.
using message queue.
I'll forward you the scenarios, no problem. What is the message to you? I'll have material for that. I'll forward you. No problem.
Okay, 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 sir.
Because today I'm going out to the auto station. I wonder why we can see this.
Okay, okay.
Because all my sessions, so postponed to afternoon. From now onwards, I have sessions still for 4 o'clock to the 10.
Okay.
So meanwhile, I'll try to complete. I'll try to send in 1 hour.
Yeah, please do.
One
Yeah,
time
please.
after, I forward questions relating to message queues as separate and questions relating to batch files. Okay, and forward. You can
Okay.
understand. That's not a big deal. You can understand it and you can explain. But be confident when you're explaining. That is more important.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So the project which you have shared me earlier, like legacy system, infrastructure is unable to support integrations on a rapid project changes. So this is the project which I will be explaining into the interview if they will be
No
asking.
problem. Any project, but be very clear on what project you have taken. It can be anything. It can be the project that I have given, whatever it is. You can take, but be very clear on the project. Very clear. Be clear how this can be explained. Otherwise, do one thing. Just possibly send me that project again to me. Which project I have given because it's been a long. I don't really remember. Please send me that once. So I will see how that can be explained and create a document and I'll follow faster.
Yes, yeah, I'm sending you right now.
You just send me and the which project I have forwarded. What was the project? Which project was it?
It is I will tell you. It's technical specification document project fundamental legacy sealed insurance currently messaging commercial and portfolio mainframe based COBOL system as the market shift does towards digital service and real time quoting the legacy